I'm from crashing waves and wood smoke burning, from cold winter days and lifelong learning. I'm from mustard pickles and bottled beets, from trapping and fishing and hunting for meat, from country roads to city streets. I'm from everything happens for a reason, and you will because you can. I'm from a dipper, not a saucepan. I'm from administering junk mail and playing school, imagination my most prized tool. I'm from trying it first and pioneering, from helping others and volunteering. I'm from the power in numbers and strength of community, from no immunity to discontinuity, from every opportunity to search for unity. My vision is in my dreams for that which is unseen. I'm from unnamed dirt roads to the 401. Why am I the one, leaving the midnight sun, doing what I can with that which is undone? From everyone in my business to anonymity, the proximity of creativity, from strong bull women, from generation to generation, from the formation of my own creation. I'm from confrontation and contemplation, a demonstration of determination. I'm from the fluctuation of incarceration, from not knowing one day to the next to doing my best. From the normalization of aggravation, from the visualization of beautification, from a conversation to convocation. I'm from concrete jungles and hugging trees. I'm from snowbanks taller than me and a cool summer's breeze. I'm from throw salt over your shoulder, and if you've got nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all, from a free-for-all to protocol. I'm from bungalows and ocean views, from piercings and tattoos. I'm from being judged by them and not by me, from humility and agility, from susceptibility to possibility. I'm from pedagogies and philosophies, from paradoxes and curiosities. I'm an interdisciplinarian, a contractarian, and a humanitarian. I'm from consent and confidentiality, from thinking about it critically, from the practicality of morality. I'm from conflicts of interest. I know that I'm different. I'm from justice and autonomy. Mutual exclusivity is not for me. It's all a false dichotomy. It's the space between when we feed the machine, the ethical space that we find in that place. My identity not bound artificially. To be free is authenticity. From poverty to prosperity, I am from the gifts that were put in me. I'm from basic literacy to decolonizing the academy, from the road less traveled to a life unraveled, to demystify and exemplify, from getting lost at a marginal cost to finding myself the myth dispelled, from captivity to freedom, from the Grand Canyon to the Colosseum. My sensitivity is my reflexivity, no room for negativity or inactivity. The inspection of introspection. I'm from Vienna sausages, so that's just the way it is. From standing still to flying the world. I'm from the ancient land, my netherworld. With northern lights trapped in the rock, this is not what I planned, I didn't understand. Labrador Wright is in my line of sight, I'm my own prototype. From writer's block to the path I walk. I cannot lose, but I can choose. I'm from an eye for an eye makes the whole world blind, leave no one behind. The forget-me-not from the one you forgot. I'm from the land and the sea, the animosity of atrocities, from a preoccupation of being mismatched, the outcast, from devastation to domination, from the aftermath of backlash to fighting back. I'm from traditions and technologies, blank stares and apologies. My existence is resistance. I tried to keep my distance, but my persistence is optimistic. The probability of my success statistically significant. The predicament is not definitive. My willingness is no coincidence. It's serendipitous that the impetus for my imagination is the acceleration of exploration. It was in the instant that I went against it. You're still here echoes in my mind as my heart breaks for those who are gone. I'm here for them, for you, for me. My resiliency runs deep in my veins. I will not take in vain that I remain not to refrain but to retrain. I'm from Tom Petty and Kenny Rogers, from we get what we give and we share what we've got. I went in head first, for better or worse, we are who we are. Distance from afar. Objects in the rearview mirror appear closer than they are. Force-fed, a single story, pain and poverty in all its glory. Though a chapter, it's not the book. I found my hook from the way you look when I speak my truths. I'm from the aurora borealis, from the chaos and the balance. I'm from the mountains and the land, to understand a dreamland where the ocean meets the sand. I personify darkness to light, stars in the night. I know I'm all right and I'm not afraid to fight. The power of my ancestors in me, power and love in equal proportions, life's distortions. I'm from the vision of my grandmothers and the prayers of her ancestors, her independence weaved into my existence. I'm from practice makes perfect to the Doppler effect, to learn to connect. From overprotection to misdirection, from retrospection to resurrection. the opportunistic infection at the intersections of natural selection. I'm from ethics review and collaboration, a fascination with innovation from punctuation to publication. From suffocation to restoration, from policy to practice, the global atlas, and provocative, paradox, Pandora's box. From the equinox, who we are is in the stars. I'm from ideologies and institutions, from apologies and resolutions. From whatever doesn't kill you makes you stronger, and laughter makes you live longer. It makes me a fighter, and the load feels lighter. It's my grit, that bit you can't describe. A heartbeat deep inside, the window seat in the flight of life. Compassion through interaction, satisfaction with my own expansion, extraction just a fraction of my own distraction. It's relational, not sensational. I take personal responsibility. It's my own self-advocacy. I have the right to be myself, to love myself, to honor me. It's all about hope, a slippery slope to learn to cope, my resiliency, my legacy, reclaiming my identity. Tokenism, animism, the instinctual bit you bury inside. You make it hide in this game of seek. What's this you speak? The serenity of my identity is not up for debate. My name's sake, you activate this welfare state while I accommodate a heart full of hate. From epistemological collision to making tough decisions, from being scared to tears to facing fears, from holding on to letting go, from questioning why to starting to know. A discursive analysis of society's paralysis. What's here for us? Where do we go? This much I know. We let go of ego and follow our heart. That's the only start. Instead of criticize, I realize my own potential, and that's essential. The danger of a single story that I could have become, destined to become, started to become, when the narrative overpowered, no happy hour, spirit devoured, but I overcome, with no rule of thumb from the beat of a drum. From statistical analysis to individual variance, from philosophical debate to examining my own self, from skirting sickness to wounding wellness and asking for help. From imaginary friends to a visionary end, from just do your best and forget all the rest. From ethical theory to the way we actually act, not a question of fact, but a matter of fact, to look back, from humble beginnings to 9-round innings. A nomadic life not tamed by the skyscrapers that tower over the city, my own standing committee on how to do me. From simplicity to complexity and to weave them together, a proud carrier of my eagle feather. From the inaugural student member on the REB to dipping my toes in the Baltic Sea, from shy and timid to challenging my limits, to testing my strength and doing it anyway. Healing's just the beginning from the pain deep inside. The trauma runs through my blood, but there's a flood of resiliency that carries me through the animosity and uncertainty. From my ancestors who prayed that one day I'd be here with who I am and what they knew, to try anew a different way. The road less traveled, and here I stand on the blessed land that takes my hand, to be true to myself and to do the right thing, to examine my life and the adventures it brings. The consequences of putting up fences leaves people defenseless, to hoard what we find and to push people out. From contemplating a moral imperative to engaging with my own narrative, from second guesses to life's lessons, the integration of me and life to illustrate the complexity. It's not perplexed to me, for me to be the social justice freedom fighter, not just for me, but for anyone who needs me to be. I use the voice that's been given to me to challenge the dominant view, contributing to the danger of a single story, exploratory, to find the power of love instead of the love of power. It's my superpower to be empowered, to learn to let go, to absolve, to dissolve the single story, to evolve in all my glory, the theory and practice of social change, to rearrange the action of exchange. From the first to graduate high school to breaking the cycle, from moving away yet not leaving it behind to finding mine. From you can do it if you put your mind to it, and to do it you just have to go through it. Empathy, breathlessly conscious. To walk a mile, to think a while. I shoot for the moon, but sometimes I'm too busy gazing at stars from afar. My strength through resiliency from the communities that entrusted me. The legacy I want to see that came before me. My ancestors were investors in me. My identity. So much to question and so much to learn. The fire inside burns with no limitation. My foundation is all my relations.